Today we are revealing one of the most mysterious and shocking stories in the history of American coins, a simple-looking 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny that has stunned collectors, shocked experts, and quietly reached a market value of $63,654. This is not a fantasy, this is not a rumor, this is a real documented coin that many people may already have sitting unnoticed inside old jars, drawers, wallets, and forgotten piggy banks. This penny looks ordinary at first glance, but its hidden secrets have turned it into a life-changing discovery for lucky owners all around the world. So watch this video till the end, because what you learn today could completely change the way you look at every penny you touch. The Lincoln 1-cent penny is one of the most collected and most circulated coins in United States history. Introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln, this coin has been produced in billions, making most people believe it has no value at all, but that belief has caused thousands of rare coins to be spent, lost, and ignored over the decades. And among these overlooked treasures, the 1977 no-mint mark penny stands out as one of the most misunderstood yet highly valuable coins ever produced. In 1977, the United States Mint produced millions of pennies primarily at the Philadelphia Mint, and during that time Philadelphia pennies were struck without any mint mark, which means the absence of a mint mark under the date is normal for most 1977 pennies. However, what makes certain examples incredibly valuable is not the missing mint mark alone, but the combination of rare minting characteristics, unusual strike quality, pristine preservation, and subtle errors that only trained eyes can detect. Most 1977 pennies you will see today are heavily worn, discolored, scratched, or damaged from decades of circulation, but a very small number survived in exceptional condition with razor-sharp details, original copper luster, flawless surfaces, and perfectly centered strikes. These coins were often pulled from circulation early or stored away unknowingly, and today they are the same coins that collectors compete fiercely to own. The 1977 Lincoln penny was struck on a copper alloy composition made of 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin, giving it a warm reddish tone when preserved properly, and collectors pay a premium for pennies that retain their original red color rather than turning brown over time. And when a 1977 penny maintains full red brilliance with no signs of wear, it instantly jumps into a higher value category. Now here is where the story becomes truly fascinating. Certain 1977 no-mint mark pennies were discovered with extremely rare characteristics, including doubled die features, sharp doubling on the date, and lettering off-center strikes, planchet flaws, and unusually strong strikes that revealed details normally weak on standard issues. These characteristics, combined with top-grade preservation, have pushed auction prices into shocking territory. Professional coin grading services carefully examine these coins under magnification and assign grades based on condition, strike, and surface quality, and only a tiny fraction of 1977 pennies ever receive the highest grades, such as mint state 67 or higher, and when a coin reaches that elite level, its value can skyrocket overnight. One particular 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, graded at an exceptionally high level, stunned the numismatic world when it achieved a market valuation of $63,654 due to its near-perfect condition, flawless red color, extraordinary strike, and rarity. Among surviving examples, this coin was not valuable because it was old, it was valuable because it was almost perfect. This is why coin collectors constantly say condition is everything. Two pennies from the same year can have wildly different values, one worth face value and the other worth more than a luxury car, and the difference is often invisible to the untrained eye. Imagine how many people unknowingly spent rare pennies at grocery stores, gas stations, and vending machines over the years, never realizing what they had. And even today, thousands of people still have old penny rolls sitting in drawers that have never been checked. If you want to know whether you might own a valuable 1977 penny, the first step is to carefully examine the coin under good lighting. Look at the date and lettering, check for any doubling, sharpness, or unusual thickness. Inspect the surface for scratches, spots, or discoloration, and observe the color. Bright red pennies are far more valuable than dull brown ones. Never clean a coin because cleaning instantly destroys its collector value. Even gentle cleaning can leave microscopic scratches that grading services will detect immediately. A cleaned coin can lose 90% of its potential value instantly. If you believe you have a high-quality example, the next step is to have it professionally graded. Authentication is critical because the market only recognizes values like 63654 for certified coins graded by reputable services. The excitement of coin collecting lies in the fact that history, wealth, and mystery can all exist in something as small as a penny, and stories like the 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln cent prove that treasure hunting is not limited to metal detectors or buried chests. Sometimes the greatest treasures are hiding in plain sight. Every time you see a penny, remember this story. Remember that an ordinary coin once dismissed as worthless changed lives, simply because someone took the time to look closer. If you enjoyed this video and want to discover more hidden treasure coins, rare pennies, quarters, and international coins that could be worth thousands or even millions, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because the next coin we reveal could be sitting in your pocket right now. Stay curious, stay patient, and never underestimate the power of a single penny. Welcome back, everyone. Today we are diving into one of the most shocking and unbelievable coin stories in American history. This is the story of the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a simple copper-colored coin that many people ignore every single day, yet collectors and investors around the world are paying attention because this small penny has reached a market value of up to $59,673. And what makes this story even more exciting is that this coin could still be hiding in old jars, drawers, wallets, piggy banks, and forgotten collections. Right now, the Lincoln 1-cent penny has always been a symbol of American history and pride since it was first introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln. This coin has passed through billions of hands over more than a century, yet some specific years and varieties stand out far above the rest, and 1982 is one of the most important years ever for penny collectors because it was a year of massive change, confusion, and rare mistakes. To understand why the 1982 no-mint mark penny is so valuable, we need to go back in time to the early 1980s when the price of copper was rising rapidly. The United States Mint was facing a serious problem because it was costing more money to produce a penny than the penny itself was worth. So in 1982, the Mint decided to change the composition of the Lincoln cent from mostly copper to mostly zinc with a thin copper coating. This change did not happen overnight, and it did not happen smoothly. During 1982, the Mint produced pennies using both copper and zinc compositions at the same time, and to make things even more complicated, there were different die styles, different weights, and different design variations, all produced in the same year. This created one of the most complex and confusing years in Lincoln cent history. Now let us talk about the no-mint mark detail, because this is where things become very interesting. Pennies without a mint mark were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and in 1982, billions of pennies were made in Philadelphia. However, only certain rare varieties combined with the correct metal composition, weight, and strike quality are considered extremely valuable. Most people do not realize that a true copper 1982 penny weighs about 3.11 grams, while a zinc penny weighs around 2.5 grams. This small difference in weight is one of the biggest clues that separates a common penny from a rare treasure. Many people have accidentally spent valuable copper pennies simply because they never checked the weight. Collectors have discovered that some 1982 no-mint mark pennies were struck on the wrong planchets, or with transitional errors resulting in coins that should not exist. These rare examples are highly sought after, and when authenticated and graded by professional services, they can reach values that shock even experienced collectors. The penny that reached a value close to $59,673 was not just any ordinary coin. It was a high-grade example with exceptional preservation, strong strike, sharp details, and the correct copper composition combined with a rare variety designation. Condition is everything in coin collecting, and when rarity meets perfection, prices can explode. Imagine finding a penny in your pocket that could pay for a car or a house down payment. This is why so many people are now searching through old penny rolls, bank boxes, and inherited collections, hoping to find the next life-changing coin. Stories like this prove that treasure hunting is not just something from movies. It is real, and it can happen to anyone. One of the reasons the 1982 no-mint mark penny continues to trend online is because it represents hope. It represents the idea that ordinary people can discover extraordinary value in everyday objects. Millions of viewers are watching videos and reading articles about rare pennies because the barrier to entry is so low. All you need is curiosity, patience, and basic knowledge. If you are searching for this penny, the first step is to look at the date carefully and confirm it is 1982 with no mint mark under the date. Then check the weight using a digital scale that measures grams. If the weight is close to 3.11 grams, you may have a copper version. Next, examine the coin under good lighting. Look for sharp details, clean surfaces, and minimal wear. The better the condition, the higher the potential value. It is also important to understand that not every 1982 copper penny is worth thousands, but some varieties are extremely rare, and when combined with top condition, they become highly valuable. This is why professional authentication is critical. Never clean the coin because cleaning can destroy its value. Always handle it carefully by the edges and store it in a protective holder. The coin market has been heating up in recent years as more people turn to collectibles as alternative investments. Rare coins offer a combination of history, scarcity, and tangible value, and Lincoln cents are especially popular because they are affordable to collect yet occasionally produce record-breaking sales. The story of the 1982 no mint mark Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how knowledge turns pocket change into potential wealth. People who understand what to look for have an advantage, and those who ignore small details often miss big opportunities. This penny teaches us that value is not always obvious at first glance. As more collectors search for these rare pennies, the supply continues to shrink, which increases demand and drives prices higher. This is why experts believe that top-grade examples of rare 1982 varieties could continue to rise in value over time, especially as interest in coin collecting grows among younger generations. Imagine the excitement of finding such a coin the moment you realize that the penny in your hand is not ordinary. Your heart starts racing, your mind fills with possibilities, and suddenly history feels alive in a way that few other hobbies can offer. This emotional connection is part of what makes coin collecting so powerful and addictive. Even if you never find a $59,673 penny, the journey itself is rewarding. Learning about history, metallurgy, economics, and art through coins creates a deeper appreciation for everyday objects that most people overlook. Each penny tells a story, and some stories are worth far more than 1 cent. So the next time you receive change, do not rush to spend it. Take a closer look, check the dates, check the mint marks, check the weight, because the next rare coin could be waiting for you in the most unexpected place. The 1982 no mint mark Lincoln 1 cent penny proves that miracles can hide in plain sight. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare coins and hidden treasures, make sure to stay tuned because more unbelievable coin stories are coming every day. The world of numismatics is full of surprises, and the next viral discovery could begin with a single penny in your hand. Imagine holding a simple brown penny in your hand and realizing that this tiny coin could be worth more than a luxury car or even a house in some countries. Today we are diving deep into the unbelievable story of the 1991 D mint mark Lincoln 1 cent penny. A coin that millions of people have spent without a second thought. A coin that may still be hiding in old jars, drawers, wallets, and piggy banks across the world. Stay till the end because what you are about to hear could change how you look at every single penny forever. Most people believe pennies are worthless. They think 1 cent coins have no value and are only good for spare change. But history tells a very different story. Some pennies are not just money. They are rare artifacts, mistakes from the mint, and hidden treasures that collectors will pay tens of thousands of dollars to own. The 1991 D Lincoln penny is one of those coins that has shocked the coin collecting world. The year 1991 was a normal year for the United States Mint. Millions of pennies were produced and sent into circulation. The Denver Mint marked its coins with a D mint mark located below the year on the front of the coin. At first glance, the 1991 D penny looks ordinary. Abraham Lincoln appears on the front with his familiar portrait. The back shows the Lincoln Memorial, which was used on pennies from 1959 to 2008. Everything seems normal. But hidden within this normal appearance is a rare and valuable story. The value of a coin depends on many factors. Condition, rarity, mint errors, metal composition, and demand from collectors all play a role. Most 1991 D pennies are only worth 1 cent. But a very small number of them are worth an astonishing $82,376. Yes, you heard that right. 1 penny worth over $80,000. So what makes this penny so special? The answer lies in rare mint errors and extraordinary condition. During the minting process, mistakes can happen. Dies can wear out. Planchets can be flawed. Strikes can be doubled. When these errors occur and escape into circulation, they become incredibly valuable. One of the most valuable versions of the 1991 D penny is the doubled die error. This happens when the coin die receives a doubled impression, causing letters and numbers to appear doubled. On some rare 1991 D pennies, the doubling can be seen on the word Liberty, the date 1991, and even on the motto "In God We Trust." This doubling is not damage. It is a true mint error, and collectors love it. Another highly valuable version is the off-center strike. These pennies were struck incorrectly, so part of the design is missing while the rest is shifted to one side. The more dramatic and clear the off-center strike, the higher the value. A perfectly preserved off-center 1991 D penny can be worth thousands of dollars. There are also wrong planchet errors. Some 1991 D pennies were accidentally struck on planchets meant for other coins. These errors are extremely rare. When discovered, they can sell for huge amounts at auctions. Imagine finding a penny that weighs differently, sounds different, and looks different. That could be a fortune hiding in plain sight. Condition is everything in coin collecting. A 1991 D penny graded MS-68 or higher by professional grading services is incredibly rare. Most coins from circulation are scratched, worn, and damaged. Finding one in near perfect condition is like finding a needle in a haystack. When such a coin appears, collectors compete fiercely to own it, driving the price up to shocking levels. The famous sale that made headlines involved a 1991 D Lincoln penny graded in exceptional mint state condition with a rare error. It sold for $82,376 at a private auction. This sale proved once again that modern pennies can be just as valuable as ancient gold coins. Now you might be wondering how many of these valuable pennies exist. The truth is, nobody knows exactly. Some may still be in circulation. Some may be sitting unnoticed in collections. Some may have been lost forever. That mystery is what makes coin hunting so exciting. People all over the world have started checking their pennies. Old jars, inherited collections, rolls from the bank, and even loose change from stores are being examined carefully. Every penny is inspected under magnification. Every detail matters. If you want to check your own 1991 D penny, start with the mint mark. Look below the year. If there is AD, that means it was minted in Denver. Next, examine the lettering. Look for doubling, especially on the date and Liberty. Use a magnifying glass or a coin microscope. Check the weight of the coin. A normal penny from 1991 should weigh about 2.5 grams. Any significant difference could indicate a planchet error. Also inspect the edges and alignment. Off-center strikes, rotated dies, and clipped planchets are all signs of valuable mint errors. Even small details can make a huge difference in value. Never clean your coin. Cleaning can destroy its value instantly. Collectors want original surfaces even if the coin looks dark or toned. Store your coin in a protective holder and consider sending it to a professional grading service if you believe it is special. The Lincoln Cent series is one of the most collected coin series in the world. Millions of collectors search for rare dates, mint marks, and errors. This constant demand keeps prices high and continues to push rare coins into the spotlight. The story of the 1991 D penny teaches us an important lesson. Treasure does not always come in the form of gold bars or diamonds. Sometimes it is hiding in the smallest and most overlooked places. A simple penny can change a life. Imagine paying for a coffee with a coin worth tens of thousands of dollars without knowing it. That has happened before. Coins like the 1991 D penny have slipped through countless hands unnoticed. Every time you receive change, you should look twice. That penny in your pocket could be history. It could be rarity. It could be your lucky break. Coin collecting is not just a hobby. It is a journey through history, art, and economics. Each coin tells a story. The 1991 D Lincoln penny tells a story of mistakes, rarity, and hidden value. As more people learn about valuable modern pennies, the search becomes more intense. Banks report increased requests for penny rolls. Flea markets and estate sales are being searched carefully. The hunt is on. If you enjoyed this story and want more shocking coin values, rare error discoveries, and hidden treasure content, then stay tuned. The next video might reveal another ordinary coin worth a fortune. Remember, check your change, examine your pennies, and never underestimate the power of 1 cent. Because the next 1991 D Lincoln penny you find might be worth $82,376, and it might already be in your home right now. Today we are revealing one of the most shocking Lincoln penny discoveries ever made in American coin history, and if you are watching this video right now, you need to stay until the very end because this information is changing lives. This video is about the 1992 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a small copper coin that most people ignore every single day, yet collectors around the world are paying as much as $52,389 for a single example. Yes, you heard that correctly, a penny that could be worth more than a luxury car. Imagine finding this coin in your pocket, your drawer, your piggy bank, or even loose change from a store. This is not a fantasy story, this is a real documented collector market phenomenon, and today we are breaking down everything you need to know in the simplest and most exciting way possible. The Lincoln penny has always been more than just spare change. Since its introduction, it has carried American history, pride, and mystery. The 1992 Lincoln 1-cent penny without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Coins from this mint traditionally do not carry a mint mark, and that is where the story begins. Millions of these coins were produced, yet only a very small number contained the rare characteristics that collectors are desperately searching for today. The year 1992 was a turning point in penny production. The United States Mint was transitioning designs, preparing for future changes, and during this process several unusual varieties were created. Most people have no idea that some 1992 pennies were struck with design features that should not have existed at that time. These mistakes were not supposed to leave the mint, yet somehow they did, and today those era coins are among the most valuable modern Lincoln cents ever discovered. The most valuable 1992 no-mint mark penny is connected to a rare reverse design variety. Under normal conditions, the words close M and wide M on the reverse of the coin determine its value. On the rare version, the letters in the word M are extremely close together, almost touching. This design was intended for proof coins, yet a small number of circulation strikes were accidentally made using this proof reverse die. That single mistake created one of the most valuable pennies of the modern era. Collectors did not notice this error immediately. For years these pennies circulated unnoticed, passing from hand to hand, gas station to grocery store, coffee shop to school lunchroom. Imagine how many were lost, spent, damaged, or thrown away without anyone realizing their true value. Today, only a limited number of verified examples remain in collectible condition, which is why prices have skyrocketed. The market value of a 1992 no-mint mark close M Lincoln penny can reach up to $52,389 depending on condition, color, strike quality, and grading certification. Coins graded in mint state with red coloration and sharp details command the highest prices. Even lower grade examples can still sell for thousands of dollars, making this penny one of the most exciting finds for new collectors and everyday people alike. What makes this coin even more exciting is that it is still possible to find one. Unlike ancient coins or rare gold pieces locked away in museums, the 1992 no-mint mark Lincoln penny was made for circulation. That means it could still be hiding in old jars, inherited collections, forgotten rolls of coins, or even bank-wrapped pennies. People have found valuable examples decades after they were minted simply by knowing what to look for. To identify this penny, you must carefully examine the reverse side of the coin. Look at the word M in America. On the rare version, the letters are extremely close together. On the common version, there is a visible gap. This single detail is the difference between 1 cent and over $50,000. You do not need expensive equipment, just good lighting, patience, and attention to detail. Condition is everything in coin collecting. A shiny, well-preserved penny with original luster will always be worth more than a worn, damaged example. Never clean your coin because cleaning can destroy value instantly. If you believe you have found a rare 1992 no-mint mark penny, store it safely and consider professional grading to confirm authenticity. The reason collectors are willing to pay such extreme prices is scarcity combined with demand. Lincoln cents are one of the most collected coins in the world. Millions of collectors want rare varieties and only a handful exist. This creates fierce competition at auctions, pushing prices higher year after year. Experts believe that values for top-grade examples may continue to rise as more collectors enter the market. This penny represents hope for everyday people. It proves that valuable treasures do not always come in gold or silver. Sometimes they come in copper disguised as ordinary change. Stories continue to surface of people finding rare pennies in inherited collections and selling them for life-changing money. These stories are real and they continue to inspire new collectors every day. If you have jars of old pennies, do not ignore them. If you receive change, take a second look. Knowledge is power, and now you know exactly what to search for. The 1992 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is more than a coin, it is an opportunity hidden in plain sight. As coin collecting grows in popularity, online searches, auctions, and social media have fueled massive interest in rare pennies. Videos like this are opening eyes around the world, and every day new people are checking their change for the first time. The next discovery could be yours. Remember, history, value, rarity, and condition all come together in this single penny. A coin minted over 30 years ago, now commanding prices that shock even experienced collectors. This is why coin collecting remains one of the most exciting hobbies in the world. You never know when ordinary change can turn into extraordinary wealth. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most valuable modern Lincoln pennies, make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video. More hidden coin treasures, more rare penny values, and more unbelievable discoveries are coming. Stay curious, stay informed, and always check your change, because your next penny could be worth $52,389. Welcome back to the channel where hidden coins become life-changing treasures and everyday pocket change turns into history. Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about modern-era coins, the 1990-60 mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that many people ignore every single day, yet collectors around the world are whispering about a shocking market value that has reached $79,865 in private sales and headline-making auctions. This is not a fantasy story, this is the real reason why millions of people are now checking their old jars, drawers, wallets, and inherited collections, because the next legendary coin could be sitting right in front of you. Imagine holding a small brown penny that feels ordinary, looks common, and seems almost worthless, then discovering that the exact coin in your hand could change your financial future forever. This is exactly why the 1990-60 Lincoln cent has exploded in popularity among collectors, investors, and everyday people who suddenly realize that modern pennies can be just as powerful as ancient gold coins when the right factors come together. To truly understand why this penny matters, we must first travel back to the year 1996. The United States Mint was producing millions of Lincoln cents every single day. The Denver Mint marked its coins with the small d under the date, and these coins were released into circulation without fanfare. No special announcement, no limited edition warning, and no idea that decades later one specific group of these pennies would become one of the most searched modern coins in America. Most 1990-60 pennies are still worth only 1 cent, and this is where the story becomes dangerous, because the valuable examples hide in plain sight. They look almost identical to common coins, yet under magnification, under proper lighting, and under expert examination, some reveal rare features that turn copper and zinc into a 5-figure treasure. One of the biggest reasons behind the incredible value of the 1990-60 penny is condition. Condition is everything in coin collecting, and when this penny survives in near perfect mint state, without scratches, without wear, without discoloration, and with strong original luster, its value increases dramatically. Collectors compete fiercely for top-graded examples because they represent perfection frozen in time. Professional grading services evaluate coins under strict standards, and when a 1990-60 penny achieves a very high mint state grade, the market responds immediately. Prices climb, bidding wars begin, and suddenly a coin once ignored becomes a centerpiece of elite collections. This is how values like $79,865 become possible. Another key factor is striking quality during production. Some pennies were struck with exceptional sharpness, full detail in Lincoln face, crisp lettering, and strong separation in the memorial design on the reverse. These qualities are rare even among mint state coins, and collectors pay a premium for coins that show extraordinary craftsmanship despite being mass-produced. Errors also play a powerful role in the story of this penny. Certain 1990-60 cents display subtle yet important mint errors that dramatically increase desirability. Doubled details, die cracks off center, strikes, and unusual planchet characteristics have all been documented. And when such features appear on a well-preserved coin, the value can multiply instantly. Imagine discovering a doubled image in the date, or lettering. Imagine seeing a unique strike pattern that only a handful of coins possess. These are the moments that turn curiosity into obsession, and ordinary people into lifelong collectors. The metal composition of the 1996 penny also adds intrigue. This coin was struck primarily on zinc with a copper coating, a transition-era composition that has proven vulnerable to environmental damage. This makes pristine survivors even more rare because many coins suffered corrosion, bubbling, or surface degradation over time. The fewer that survive in perfect condition, the higher the demand becomes. Collectors understand scarcity not by mintage numbers alone but by survival rates, and when survival rates drop, values rise. This is exactly what has happened with top condition 1996 pennies. Auction results have fueled viral interest stories. Circulate online forums, videos, and collector communities showcasing jaw-dropping sale prices, screenshots, and certifications. Every viral post creates a new wave of people searching their change, which in turn pushes demand even higher. This cycle has transformed the quiet modern penny into a social media phenomenon. What makes this story even more exciting is accessibility. You do not need to dig ancient ruins or buy expensive gold to participate. Anyone can search through rolls of pennies. Anyone can check old savings jars. Anyone can examine inherited collections. This democratization of treasure hunting is why coin videos continue to dominate online platforms. Imagine the emotional moment when someone realizes their penny matches the rare characteristics. Imagine the disbelief, the excitement, and the hope. This emotional connection is what drives the viral power of coin collecting stories. Experts advise checking the date, carefully confirming the D-mint mark under the year, examining the coin under strong light, using a magnifying glass to inspect details, and preserving the coin properly. If something looks unusual or exceptionally clean, professional grading becomes the next step, and that single decision can unlock extraordinary value. The 1996 penny teaches an important lesson: value is not always obvious. Rarity can hide inside the ordinary, and history is sometimes written on the smallest canvas possible. This penny represents a modern American treasure story still unfolding. As more collectors enter the market, competition for top examples will only intensify. Prices may fluctuate, but interest continues to grow, and the legend of the $79,865 penny keeps inspiring new treasure hunters every single day. So the next time you receive change, do not rush to spend it. Pause, look closely, and remember that one small cent could carry a story worth thousands. A story waiting for the right eyes to discover it. Stay curious, stay searching, and never underestimate the power of a single penny, because history, value, and opportunity often arrive disguised as something ordinary. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1996 Lincoln 1-cent penny and want more hidden treasure stories, make sure to stay connected, because the next video might reveal another coin hiding in plain sight that could change everything.